Hey guys, I've been saying a lot about Daggerfall in my last two videos, and if you are not quite convinced yet that it's a good game, then trying to install it using the instructions given by the Elder Scrolls website is going to make you hate it because it can be literally one of the most painful games to get working on Windows 7 unless you know how to get around it. Now, if you're on a Macintosh, there is a way to take a huge shortcut from the Elder Scrolls instructions that come with the download. Now, the download asks you to take all these steps to mount a virtual drive to create enough memory to install Daggerfall. And there's this program on Macintosh called Boxer, and it's this kind of it takes DOSbox or DOSbox, and it creates this kind of shelf of games, almost like good old games.com, and it creates a graphic user interface. So you can just click on the game and it runs. And what it also allows you to do is create virtual drives. So you can do this with your mouse without having to input commands, every time you want to play the game. This makes things a lot easier. It runs really well on Macintosh, by the way. So I will post a link to that in the description bar. For PC, there's an even easier way. There is a file just called DaggerFallInstaller.exe or DaggerFallSetup.exe. I don't remember which. It is on the Elder Scrolls wiki, and I will post a link to that in the description bar as well. And literally all you do is you download it, extract it, run the setup, it installs the game for you, even puts a little shortcut on your desktop, and you run it just like any other game. It configures everything for you. It applies all the fixes that fix some of the game breaking bugs that were already in the game, and so you just have it ready to play. I do suggest you configure the controls so you're using the WASD keys to move around. Using the arrow keys is a pain in the ass. I would not recommend that because the controls as they are a pain in the ass, but you can configure them. And if you want better graphics, there is a mod called DaggerXL, which will change the graphics, the three-dimensional graphics, to have higher resolutions. So it looks like you're playing, I don't know, like Quake or something like that. It does look kind of good at times, but you're still going to have the 3D, and I'm sorry, the two-dimensional sprites, and so it's still going to look like Daggerfall, but it's going to look a lot nicer at times. I could not get it working with the Daggerfall setup. It worked, but it had a lot of bugs. The enemies would disappear out of nowhere. The movement was messed up, so I stopped using DaggerXL. But if you can get it working, it does make the game look a lot nicer. But yeah, just check those out, and if you're looking to get into Daggerfall, it's really a great game. It's just a gigantic game. There's nothing out there like Daggerfall. Even if you hate it, you have to admit there's nothing out there like Daggerfall.